Hi, I'm Bryan Munter from Tartan High School. I have been honored with the 2020-21 Activities Administrator of the Year for AA. I was born in St. Paul, grew up in Oakdale on Tanner's Lake. We played everything. Golf really started with my grandpa and grandma. They both loved the game and were members at Manitou Ridge. And my dad always tells the story that I was able to find Grandpa's ball, watch it, and show it to him. And my grandpa was an educator and a math teacher like myself, and so followed in his footsteps in a lot of ways. In 8th grade, they moved us to the high school. Very unique at that time to have 8th graders be able to participate, and so I actually was able to play 5 years of golf and had some high school activities as an 8th grader. So I graduated from Tartan in 1989, went to the University of Minnesota my freshman year, majoring in mechanical engineering, and at the time had a job at American Linen in the summer, and that taught me the job that you have, what's most important is you enjoy going there. In the back of my mind I had Mr. Misquick from 10th grade as my math teacher had instilled in the back of my mind, you should think about being a math teacher. And that had stuck with me, and coaching seemed really like a real attractive thing to do as well, and so I switched for my sophomore year and went to Northwestern College in Roseville. I graduated from Northwestern in 1993 with a math ed degree and a minor in science and a coaching certificate at that time. I was a math teacher and coach for 17 years here at Tartan and loved both roles. And there were people that were telling me you should think about going into administration, you should think about being a principal. And so I started my admin licensure and was working toward that, but fell back to my old thought of, would I really enjoy this role? And then the AD opportunity came up, and that seemed to fit my skill set and also how I could impact kids and coaches in a bigger way. And so in 2011, that's when I was hired by John Vizik to be the activities director here at Tartan and have loved it ever since. So as activities director, I've gotten involved in many different roles, both in our organization, the MnIAAA, but then also the Minnesota State High School League, both running section tournaments, being a region rep for Region 4AA, being the representative for our region for the MnIAAA for many years. Really enjoyed those roles and was able to network with a lot of people and have an impact at a bigger level, but most importantly learn from the just amazing ADs that we have. But then also at the local level with Tartan, really proud of some of the different things we've added in, from facility-wise, adding in a turf field that was not easy to get, but has made such a big impact on our programs. Redoing both our softball and baseball field and our practice fields with a much better sand base that allows us to be out there and be out there more safely. Adding programs such as our super fans that not only has kids cheering and being involved at different events, they go to all events and it's a wide range of students. And then getting the Region 4AA honored to be the Activities Director of the Year was also a source of pride. I had a 3-day stretch where it started with I was headed to, I came to school, then headed to our conference ADs meeting, drove down to Simley High School, and when I got out of my truck, I heard some scratching in the back box. I looked back there and there was a muskrat in the back of my truck. I have no idea how that happens or how that gets there or how to get rid of it. The next morning I came into school and found out that one of my head coaches resigned with 3 weeks left in the season. And then the next day, found out that open swim the night before, there was someone who did not follow the restroom procedures and shut us down for 24 hours. A unique 3-day stretch, but it seems that we have days like that often, and you just smile and deal with it the best that you can. So the MnIAAA, right from the start, I've been going to conferences that provided a lot of support and a lot of materials and a lot of skills that helped me early on. The leadership that MnIAAA provides and the learning that we get when we go to different conferences they have is just hard to measure and so helpful. So first off, I'd love to thank the coaches and advisors that spend so much time and so much energy and so much passion and heart providing opportunities for our kids and then teaching them. The principals that have hired me started with Larry Hartman, who hired me from away from New Auburn, Wisconsin. But then John Bezick, who had the trust in me to be activities director, and then Adam Ermintrout and Ty Thompson and Karen Wallach, administrators that have been just so supportive, but then also a listening ear and giving me advice when needed. Lee Alger, former AD at Tartan High School, who anyone that knows Lee knows his smile. Bryan Peterson, a great friend of mine for a long time, back even to the elementary school basketball days, but just been such a tremendous friend, but then also a great mentor. My sisters, Julie, Janelle, and Kim, my mom and dad, teaching me what it means to work hard, but more importantly, how to serve others. I also like to thank my assistants, starting with Debbie Dellis and Patty Trundle and Krista Corsi, who make my job easier every day. I'd also like to thank all the other ADs, especially early. Jeff Whistler and Judd Helwig were just such a tremendous help that I could call at any time and did call often. I also like to thank the MnIAAA for not only this honor, but the constant support and leadership that the organization provides. Also like to thank my former coach, colleague, and friend, Mark Klingsborn, for not only providing an unbelievable example of an educational leader, but also driving out to New Auburn, Wisconsin, and putting it in my mind to come back to Tartan and be a math teacher and science teacher and coach. Definitely, last but not least, my family, Jeff, Max, Emma, and Lori, for their support throughout the years.